Good morning, YouTube world. How's everybody today? I'm so excited. We are rounding up this Gumbo series, which has been so fun, y'all. It has been so fun, and I have learned a lot about it. I mean, I just didn't really ever know that much about gumbo. I could eat it, but I just never really cooked it. And I really didn't know some of the origins and things about all of it and this and that, you know. So nonetheless, I've had so much fun with Amy doing the Cajun style on it and Byron doing the wild meats. And I was going to have one last friend of mine, another friend of mine, not my last friend, but come do this recipe of it, and he wasn't feeling good. So y'all, that's going to put this thing on me. But I tell y'all what I tell you all the time, don't be scared. Hey, listen, y'all wish me luck, right? Because this one I'm going to work on today, from what I understand, this is more of a Creole version compared to Cajun version. Okay? So, you know, y'all don't be writing me stuff and saying, you know, that's not Creole or Cajun or whatever or something, because this is just going to be the Tally-Fay way, but it's as close as my understanding is to more Creole-like, because we're going to have the seafood thing going in it, which is my shrimp and, well, I've got, this will have chicken, shrimp, the andouille sausage, and crawfish tails in it. Now, if y'all want to go pay $22 for a pound of, you know, oysters or a crab meat or any of those, which I would love to put in here, right? But, you know, I just can't do that, y'all. So this shrimp and crawfish tails with the chicken and sausage is going to have to, you know, be my version of it as close as we can get to some seafood. And this has a few more different ingredients in it a little bit, just a couple, but anyway, from what I've seen with Byron and Amy's. But the thing is, what I'm going to be doing today is kind of a mixture of some of the methods that I learned from both of them. So Amy and Byron, I hope I make y'all proud on some of my things, right? Any-oh-hoo, we're going to get started on this thing. The first thing I'm going to do is get this sausage out of my way, because my stovetop is limited and I have to show y'all from here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my sausage done, okay? And look, y'all, let me show you. It's just for the size of pot that I'm going to make. I'm using one of these sticks of the andouille sausage, okay? One stick of it. And I have taken it, y'all, and I just chopped it up in the little circles, okay? Sliced it up. Let me get it in my skillet here. Plop it down here where y'all can see. And I'm going to take me a little bit of my bacon grease and put that in there, y'all. And we are going to get this sausage, like I loved it the way Amy did it. She got it crispy on the edges. I really did like that. I like that bite in there. So I'm going to work on this sausage and get it crisped up. I'm going to crisp up my sausage bites, and I'm going to take it and put it in a bowl, and I'll set it aside, and we will move on to the next step of this. So, y'all wish me luck today. It's going to be fun, and I hope it's good, because not only are my plans of doing this gumbo, but I'm going to have two other things to go with it. And the other one is my okra skillet okra rice that I make to serve it over. And then my other thing is going to be these crawfish and corn, fried crawfish and corn fritters that I'm going to make with cornbread, in a cornbread batter. It's got the corn and the crawfish tails and onion and all that good stuff in there. So, jalapeno, any-oh-hoo. Those are a ways off, because we got to get this gumbo made, y'all. This is going to be a Creole gumbo today with Tally-Fay. I'll be back after I get my sausage done. Alrighty, I got my my sausage. Amy, I hope that's right. I hope my little edges are crispy on the edges correctly. I have my sausage done to the point that I want it, okay? So I'm going to just take it and just get it up out of here and put it in a bowl to the side. I'm going to leave all that good fat in there from the sausage and the little bit of bacon drippings that I put in there, right? And the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead, y'all, and I have the Trinity cut up here. I went ahead and cut it up, and it is, for this size pot, what I did, I've got 4 sticks of celery in here because they were the small ones. So, you know, 3 to 4 sticks of your celery. I have a couple of green onions in here, a half of a medium onion, and a half of a big old green bell pepper. So that's my Trinity, y'all. So I'm going to put it in here in these drippings, and we're going to sweat this stuff down. I want to go ahead and get this done because of my work area surface that I have to work with. I would wait on it, I think, but I want to go ahead and get it done, and I'm going to put it to the side, and that way we're fixing to work on our roux in our pot after we get this done. Oh, in the meantime, y'all, I want you to see, I bought me a pound, just 1 pound for this pot of the clean, deveined, headed, everything. These shrimp are ready to bite, right? And so I took them, and it was $10, 9 something. Anyway, just say a $10 bill for this pound of shrimps. And I took them and rinsed them, y'all. I wanted to rinse them off good. But what I am going to do is let me set it down here, because we're not going to put that shrimp in until right at the end, right? So I got this, y'all. I love the flavor of this stuff. And you use any of the Cajun seasonings that you want. I've discovered that watching Amy and Byron, that it don't matter. You know, you pick your own Cajun seasoning. But here's the one I'm going with today. I love this one. And one of the things I'm going to do with it is I'm just going to take it and shake it on my shrimp while they're sitting here. Toss them shrimp around in that. And I'm going to let them sit in that until I get ready to put them in there. Okay? We're just going to do that and let that sit there on them shrimps and just let them soak all that goodness up. So I'm going to set them out of the way now. But that's 1 pound of shrimp there. And Amy, this makes me laugh, girl. I have a rounded wooden spoon, but I have this one. And listen, I'm not going to live long enough to flatten out my wooden spoon, okay? My wooden spoon will never get flattened for the number of years that I have left to live. I couldn't make enough gumbo or roux to flatten my spoon out. So I've already got a flattened one, and I'm cheating. But at least I'm not using a whisk, okay? I can't wait to get started on that part of it. But we're going to get this Trinity all sweated down good. There I go, slinging it out, y'all. We've got it all cut up, and it smells delicious so far. Everything's smelling good. And you just wanting to just get your vegetables to change color in here, right? You're not trying to saute this. You're just wanting your onions to clear up and your peppers and stuff to change color. See how they're real bright green right now? Real vivid. We're gonna see your peppers are real vivid color in there and everything. We're going to cook this until the color is kind of muted in them like. That's all we're doing here. So we're going to get this done and then on to the next step. All right, we've got our Trinity sweated down, y'all. The vegetables have changed color. I'm just going to take them and take it up in this bowl here. And set it to the side out of my way for a minute. Because we fixing to work on the most important part of this thing. The roux, y'all. The most scary part, right? But I'm not going to be scared. I ain't going to be scared, y'all. We're going to go for this thing. All right, there's my sweated Trinity. Set it over here out of the way with all my other stuff. So, y'all, I'm using a pot this size, okay? We're going to see how that goes. Now, one of the exciting things, this is where I'm going to combine Amy and Byron's techniques. Byron, I hope you're proud of me. I did me some flour in a skillet and I browned. You can't see the color in that. It's much darker than that. Anyway, I browned my flour and I have it, where is it at? Look, I got me some in a bag to use for whenever, right? So I have my flour that I browned in the oven like Byron, okay? But what I want to do is I want to work on some of the roux like how Amy did it. Like, you know, the real deal of making your roux in the oil kind of thing, right? Well, I have a half a cup of oil, y'all, that I'm going to pour in this pot. I'm going to put it down here, hopefully. Man, that's going to be hard for y'all to see. Let me see if I can move all my spices out of the way for a minute. See if I can get it closer. I hope so, because I want you to be able to see down in there. Let's see where we're going with this thing, y'all. Okay, that's probably about the best I'm going to be able to do with it. But I've got my half a cup of oil in there, and I'm fixing to add my half a cup of my, it's already pre-browned, right? So hopefully that means that I'm not going to have to cook it as long as Amy had to. As long as Amy had to, because it's already browned, you know, to start with. That's my plan, y'all. I'm excited. Okay. Here's our half a cup of oil and our half a cup of roux. And we're fixing to start this booger out. And I'm using my flat wooden spoon. See, it shouldn't take near as long to get this browned, because look how brown it already is, Amy. Look, isn't that cool? I'm more than halfway there. I'm past the peanut butter, girl. I'm past the peanut butter. That's exciting. But I must get this technique down. I wish I had a bigger, wider pot like your Magnalite one. I have a Magnalite, but that thing's huge. That thing's for making gargantuan amounts, and I don't need that. And I certainly don't need to make as much as Byron made to feed his hog hunters. So, I'm just trying to make a little old family pot here. Turn my fire down. I want to be able to do this right. See if I can get it going there. I don't want to burn it. Like Amy said, if I burn it, I'll have to throw it out the back door and wash the pot and start over. All right, y'all, this takes a while, so I'm going to work on it. I'm not going to just keep sitting here running the film. So I'm going to work on my roux and just keep stirring it, staying on it, because I don't want to burn it. Okay, that took a little bit, but you just have to stay on it. But is that my river, Amy? I got my rivers? All right, we're going for it. We're going for it. The next thing I'm going to do, y'all, is take, I don't know, look at all that fat in there and everything. This is from when I boiled my chicken. Last night to get it ready. So we're going to just do like Amy did, and we're going to just add a little bit at a time here. Stir it around. Add some more. Keep stirring it. I want it to be creamy like. So I'm going to go ahead and use all my chicken stock with the fat in it and everything from last night to start with. Let me get it stirred up in there. Keep stirring. I wish I could see, I wish it could get it just a little closer, but it just won't let me, y'all. Let me try this. It's about the best I can do. Alright, I'm on. And now I didn't, that chicken broth still had some little pieces of this and that in it or whatever, but I wasn't worried about that. I just left all that in there. I think that's how Byron did it. See, his wasn't a strained, none of it was strained or anything. But now, I've got this going. Work on that a minute. I want it to start bubbling, and then I'm going to start adding my spices in here first. Let me see. Do that like that. I wonder if that light, let me see. Alright, that's about best I can get. Okay. Keep stirring on this. Kind of smells like coffee almost, like, Amy. Kind of like that, I guess. I hope it worked out. I didn't have any problems with it, so we're going to see there. Get it up here to bubbling a little bit. And y'all, one of the things that I'm going to put in here that neither one of the other recipes had, in which, you know, and I debated on this and read on it and everything, was, see, that tells you how much I know about gumbo, is Buzz and I thought gumbo had okra and tomatoes in it. We just did. We just thought that or whatever. Well, there is versions of it that has that in there, and those are on the Creole side. So that's why I decided I'd do it this way. But what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to put the okra in there, but I'm going to put the tomatoes, okay? I'm going to put the tomatoes in it. I got a can, y'all, a can of the fire roasted tomatoes, and they're diced, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put them in here because I don't know just exactly how much liquid, you know, they're going to create. So I want to go ahead and do that before I add any more of my chicken broth to it. So we're going to put these boogers in here, and then I'm going to add my spices. Now I know where I'm at on my liquid, right? just 1 can of these fire roasted tomatoes off in here. Now I'm gonna let that sit there and be bubbling, and now I'm gonna start adding my spices, y'all. And I'm gonna kind of do it like Amy did with hers. I'm gonna, what'd she say? She just covers the top or something. So we're gonna start out with some garlic powder, and I'm just gonna put it over the top there. We're gonna do some black pepper. Okay. We're going to do some paprika. Okay. All right, Byron, I'm going to do sea salt. Be careful with that. I can add some more of that if I need to. Hopefully that's not too much already. Okay. And then I'm going to add this Cajun seasoning in there, y'all. And I want a lot of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it over out of this one. Covering the top, Amy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, and I want to do this because Byron did it and I did like it in there a little bit of time. But I'm just going to do a pinch, y'all. Something like that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I'm doing of it. I don't want to overdo that because I liked it in there, but I don't want to do too much. That Cajun seasoning is pretty spicy, y'all. So I'm not going to put the cayenne pepper in it. I can test that a little later on, right? So we're just going to take this and let all of this start getting cooked down in there. Okay. All right. See how we smell in there? I know that tomato makes it a different color. You know, it's not the dark Cajun roux. I guess that's where the Creole part of it is, see? But that's what we're doing is Creole. So I'm just trying to use some of the steps, like I say, that I learned from Amy and Byron on the process, and then try to do my little version of it along the way and see what we come up with, right? Okay, I'm going to let that sit there and cook. And y'all, I have all my stuff. I've got my Trinity. I've got my sausage. I have my chicken. That's like it was 4 chicken thighs, okay? And I boiled them with the skin on them and got all that good fat and everything in there that I put in this for my part of my pot liquor, okay? And then it's just in big old chunks there. And I did do like Byron in my water. When I boiled my chicken, I used the ends of my celery stalks that are the junk pieces, and then a medium onion I cut up in there. So that was in my broth. And then y'all, this is a 12-ounce bag of crawfish tails. Okay? And I'm going to show that to y'all. Hold on, let me stir this. Lord, don't let me burn it now, right? I'm already invested in it. Okay? What was I going to show you? I done forgot. Oh, okay, I'll show you the bag. But anyway, and then I have my shrimp, okay, that are sitting here seasoned. But, what did I do with my bag? Oh, here it is. Y'all, this is the crawfish tails that I got. You may know something better. I don't know. But see, this was a 12-ounce, where's it at? 12-ounce bag. So, that's what I'm going to put in there for this size pot on that, okay? So, now, I've got this stuff pretty thick right here. So, I am fixing to add my broth to it. And right now I have me a quart of the chicken broth, just a quart box of it. And I am going to put that in there without even thinking twice about it. because I got a lot of meat to put in this stuff, y'all. A lot. And it's going to have to cook a long time before I put that, well, any of it in there other than the sausage. I'll put the sausage in there, but we know the shrimp takes no time. The chicken is done, and I want to try to leave my chicken in some little bit more hunks if it'll stay. I doubt it will, but I'm trying to keep it from being all stringy. I want to try to get some kind of little bites of it, if possible. If not, if it strings out, then it's just as good. It's just my preference on trying to get me a chicken bite in there, right? But now we're going to stir this, see how thick it gets. Matter of fact, now I want a taste of it and see where my spices are at on it, right? Just because I don't know. Okay, let's see what we got, y'all. I love the taste of it. It just seems like I want... Y'all know I'm bad about spice. Wait a minute, it's climbing now. Okay. The flavor's delicious. That's exciting. The feel of it is really nice. So far, so good. I'm gonna get it bubbling here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my Trinity in there, y'all. Absolutely, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Trinity in there, because I know that's gonna be more part of the flavor that I'm not tasting right now, right? Matter of fact, well, let's get it bubbling. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put that Trinity in there, and then I'll see where I'm at on the liquid amount, how thin or thick I want it. Which is great that I have the browned flour that I did in the oven, like Byron's, in case I get it too thin. All I got to do is stir me some of that brown flour up in some water or chicken stock or whatever in a little cup, and pour that in there and stir it, and I can get it just as thick as I want it if I get it too thin. But I have the brown flour already. That's just ingenious. For so many reasons, in so many ways, and for so many other recipes, y'all. I will be using that in some different recipes coming up. I'll come across something where I want to use that. So that's why I went ahead and did me a big skillet of it, like Byron did in his video, and have it ready to do something with. So, let me see here. Hold on. Excuse me. I reckon that's that red pepper. Oh, goodness. Ow! Y'all, I got stuff all over this kitchen. Oh, this is so fun. I have enjoyed doing this, y'all, and I'm surprised at how many people have been interested in them, in the different recipes. So, you know, it's for the love of cooking. You gotta love it, and hopefully, I mean, Amy's was delicious, Byron's was the bomb, so let's see what Tally Faye's is. Hopefully it's gonna be good, y'all. It's looking good. Well, I'm tired of waiting on it to bubble, so I'm just gonna turn it down right here. We're gonna go ahead and put our Trinity in there, y'all. Stir it up a little bit. Put it in there. All that goodness in there. The Holy Trinity. Bam! Okay. Alright, y'all, what I'm going to do is just let this sit here and bubble very gently and do its thing. And I'll come back and I'll add the meats to it after I get everything else how I want to do it. I'm going to add the sausage first. Let it cook a little while with that. And then I will do the chicken. Put the chicken in there. I may put the sausage and chicken in at the same time. I'm sure it's going to break apart on me anyway, so we'll do the chicken and sausage next. But I want to let this sit here and simmer and clean my mess up, and we'll see where we're at on the next steps of it, y'all. But this is my Creole version of the gumbo. Alright, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so I'll let that sit there and simmer a little bit while I cleaned my mess up in here. And, you know, just a little bit. I put the lid on it and let it sit there and bubble real easy. And all. It's so hard for y'all to see it. But anyway, listen. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sausage in there. Look, Amy, crispy piece. I'm with you, girl. I like that little crispy piece. Okay, there's my sausage. And I'm going to go ahead and do my chicken in there as well. Okay? Let me get my chicken in there. And y'all, that is chicken thighs. Remember that. It is thighs, not white meat. It's got to be chicken thighs. You need the fat and they're just so much more rich and everything. So looky there. That's where we're at with this thing now, y'all. I'll show it to you up close when we get along the way. But this right here is going to sit here and simmer for a good while, because I ain't putting that shrimp in there till, you know, about 10 minutes into to it being done. And the crawfish tails, you know, it doesn't say on the package if they're done or not, but even if they ain't, it don't take them about 2 or 3 minutes. You just dump them in there and shoot. They probably get done in there. Look, the chicken's going to do, it's just going to come apart, y'all. That's just what it does, I guess. But there we are. We're working on this pot of gumbo, y'all. Putting the lid on it. And we're going to let her sit there and simmer for, I don't know, we'll say 30 minutes, okay? We're going to do 30 minutes on it. And we'll come back and we will add our shrimp. Let that cook a minute, and then we'll put our crawfish tails. And then, last but not least, we're going to put some chopped fresh parsley in there. I loved that idea, Byron. So there we go, y'all. Half an hour right now. We're going to let her simmer. Let the flavors all get married in there. Hey, I forgot my bay leaf. We got to put a bay leaf in there, right? Matter of fact, we're going to put 2 of them. I want 2 bay leaves for in there. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to simmer. That's going to have everything in there I want. Let me push them down in there where they'll get into the liquid. And we got our bay leaves added. Alright, y'all. We've been going for about half an hour on it. So, I've got that part done to where I want it. Man, okay. And see, I got my, I'm going to use this spoon so you can see, but see, I got my bay leaves are in there. You just can't see all that. Anyway, I just got my bay leaves been in there, and my chicken's all apart, even though, like I say, I would have preferred some hunks, but my chicken's cooked all apart and they're all tender and everything. So the next thing I'm fixing to do to this, y'all, is go ahead And I'm going to put my shrimp in there that's been just waiting, sitting there waiting, right? And kick my fire up a little bit. And I'm going to drop them in there, y'all. I just don't want to overdo my shrimp. I don't want to overcook them, right? So we're going to let them sit in there and cook for a few minutes. We're going to give them about 10 minutes in there of bubbling. I don't know if they even need that, but we're going to go for that, okay? Since I'm bubbling it real easy. And of course, that cooled it off, so it's going to take it a minute. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put my lid right back on it and let it sit there. But we're going to get this shrimp going, and then when I get it to the point I want it, then we'll go for the crawfish tails. Alrighty, it's 2 minutes away from being 10 minutes on it, y'all. So I think that shrimp's cooked enough as far as I'm concerned it is. Because I'm fixing to drop these crawfish tails in here. I wanted to tell y'all one thing, was that on the crawfish tails, that package, remember, that I got out for these crawfish tails was a 12-ounce package. Well, I had bought 2 of them because I'm going to make that the crawfish and corn fritters. So for that recipe for those fritters, I need 1 cup of crawfish tails. So whatever was left in that second 12-ounce bag, I just added to this other package that I had, okay? So, you know, it's a little over 12 ounces in here. But, I mean, not that much. Anyway, what was I going to do with the other crawfish tails? Not use them? I mean, they're going to be good in here, y'all. So we're fixing to put them in here right now. I'm going for it. There's the crawfish tails. We're going to stir them around in here. I'm going to get y'all up close very shortly. I just want to get this stirred in there. We're going to let them crawfish tails cook for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and put my parsley in there, y'all. See how much of it I want to put in there. It's so fresh in it. I just don't see how it wouldn't be just totally delicious putting all of it in there, but I'm not going to. Let me see what that looks like. Stir it in there. And it just looks so pretty in it. Y'all, it sure smells good. I hope it tastes as good as it looks and smells. It's been fun making it. Add just a pinch more, just a pinch. Bam. Okay, that's all I'm going to put in there, the parsley. Now, we're going to just let that sit there a minute. Let me see if I can get y'all off of there. See if we can get it up close. Will it let you? Let me see here. I think maybe you can see that. What do y'all think, huh? Get my spoon where you can see them big old shrimps in there. Where are they at? Look at that. Look at that shrimp. Ooh, Nelly. And it is loaded with crawfish tails now, y'all. Look at them. I'm excited. We're going to let it cook for just a few minutes. And I'm just going to turn the fire off and just let it sit there, okay? That's what I'm going to do with this now. I'm going to let it sit there and just rest, because I'm fixing to get in here and get this skillet okra rice thing made to ladle it over. And see, and that'll be just our little bites here and there of okra that's in the rice deal. And it's just a bite or two here or there, and if somebody don't want them, then they, you know, they can pick them out. But I think they'll be good with it. So we're going to leave it as is. There's our gumbo, y'all, our Creole gumbo seafood. The Tally-Fay way. All right, y'all, I've let it rest a while. So the very last thing, and you do not have to do this, but I want to do this. I want to do this. You can do this in your bowl. You don't have to do it at all. But I'm going to put some of this filet in my pot because I want to. And I'm going to, it's just such a special flavoring in there to me. So, you know, you add as little or a lot or whatever as you want. So I think that right there ought to be just perfect for this big old pot of it. And I'm going to just stir that in there, y'all. And just let it sit. And we have our pot of gumbo done. And ready for me to take up. I am really excited about this, y'all. Let me get us a big ladle here where I can take us some up and show you up close all the goodness. I want to show it to you like this, and then after a while, when I get the whole meal done, I'll show you the way I'm going to serve it up and stuff. But I think this looks delicious. I want you to see. I wish you could see all the little crawfish tails in there. But believe you me, they are in there. There it is, y'all. What do you think? Should we taste of it just to see? Just get a little taste of the pot liquor? Now that all the shrimp and everything's all cooked in there. I can smell the seafood thing going on. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all. I'm proud. Oh, and the spice is perfect. I'm glad I didn't put the cayenne pepper in there. That Cajun seasoning had just the right amount in it. And plus, remember, I had it on the shrimp, too. So, I'm not going to bite into my shrimps or nothing or anything. I just wanted y'all to see it. And I'll show you after a while the whole meal, the full meal deal. But y'all, this is Tally-Fay's version of a Creole seafood gumbo. Okay?